Stephanie Zima here, My Way of Life Coaching. And have you ever been stuck? Right? I know I have. I have been stuck building a brand. I've been stuck trying to figure things out, figure out what to post, figure out how to do all the things, how to put all these puzzle pieces together. And so many times I just wanted to give up. And I know that if I felt this way, you probably are feeling the same way. And here is what I have to share with you. A great way on how to stop feeling so stuck and rather building from a place of confidence and resiliency. Now, if you're new to me and you have never talked to me before, I am Stephanie Zima, and about 8 years ago, I started in network marketing. I was a housewife, I was a stay-at-home mom with my 3 babies, and I just thought it would be a great idea to have some extra money and doing it that way, right? Well, I really quickly figured out that it was a whole profession that I had to learn. I had to figure out how to sell something. I had to figure out how to show up consistently and, how to put it all together. And now, 8 years later, I am a 6-figure income earner, and I have built businesses left and right, and I'm selling all over the place. So, having said that, I can show you how to put your brand together in a way that does not keep you stuck. So if that is for you, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button and showing up here, watching and listening and asking me questions. First and foremost, pop it in the comments. If you have any questions at all, please comment below or send me a private DM. I'd be more than happy to help you. All right, segment number 1, why most people struggle to build a brand. That is really interesting. People focus usually on strategies. They're focusing on what kind of colors should I use? Should I do fonts or funnels or, like that kind of stuff before they do identity work. See, that is the thing. The key thing that people are forgetting is a brand is not just the colors and stuff. That's also happening for brand recognition. But what's really more important is what is the identity? Who is the person that people are going to buy from? Who is the person that people are going to do business with? You cannot create consistency if you are still performing the people pleasing or you are afraid to be seen, right? And why is that? Because here's the thing. I know I struggled with this for so many years. I was trying to adapt to my audience over and over and over and over because that's my strength. I can adapt to an audience. However, that was not very beneficial because people were confused because the one person that I was adapting to, I was creating content for that person. And then I was trying to do something for this person. And in the end, I happened to be the person that, just looked inconsistent. When in fact, I wasn't inconsistent. I was just not having the right messaging in terms of marketing. I need to market what I do now: connect, heal, and level up. It's always the 3 things: we connect, we heal, and we level up. Or we heal, connect, and level up, either way you want to say it. But we're always doing the same thing. And it's because I figured out that the individual healing, what you have to heal, what I have to heal, what Sally has to heal, those things can be different, right? But it all comes together in one. We all have to heal. Okay. And that is the message that we are coming across. So I want you to reflect right now on how you are branding. Are you branding with, yes, other people in mind? You want to post for other people, but are you posting confusing? Are you posting about, your gut one day and your shampoo the other day and this another day? Like, who are you talking to? Right? Who are you talking? It's confusing. And if it's confusing, people will not buy from you. So self-sabotage and perfectionism and procrastination all stem from unhealed inner beliefs. There's some thoughts in your brain that keep you there. Okay. If you think I'm not good enough, or who am I to give advice, or I am not really sure I can show up for the customers that I'm going to try to get consistently. If you have thoughts like that, for example, they will then keep you in self-sabotage. Then they will have you second guess your post. They will keep you in perfectionism, or they will just say, you know what, just take it easy. Let's procrastinate just a little bit. Let's not get all these people in. It's because you don't know how to handle all these people. You don't know how to handle the money, maybe. Maybe the money means, it's again another thought, maybe the money means some extra responsibility or whatever. Okay? There's always a thought that is keeping you stuck where you are right now. And that thought needs to be identified and worked with and worked through before you are going to be ever able to do something. Okay? Segment number 2, why healing your paradigm comes first and foremost. So if you're new to me, by the way, I am Stephanie Zima, and I help you to actually heal your thoughts, connect with your message and your mission, and then level up by taking the actions that are required, right? And building habits and inner discipline and self-discipline to actually being able to show up for you the way how you should be. Because, here's another quick story. I never grew up with discipline. No one ever taught me how to be disciplined because that wasn't important in my family. Important was all the things I was able to do for others, right? Focusing on others all the time. That was important. But how to actually hear my own inner gut, my own needs, my own desires, that was definitely discouraged, right? So having disciplined actions that force me to get in touch with me so that I can hear what my message even is supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing on this planet, with my time and with my resources, all of these things, they require you to tune inward, not outward, right? We think sometimes we just have to post more, we have to talk more, we have to do things, but sometimes it's exact opposite. Sometimes it's posted less and just tune in more into what it is. So when I say heal your paradigm, right? Your paradigm is your inner belief system, is what you grew up with, like your blueprint of identity, your mental programming. That is your paradigm. And it will filter everything, how you see yourself, how you think how your worth, for example. It will filter what you think is possible for you. All of these things. Your paradigm is so powerful, and it's so worth looking at it and working with it, right? If you believe you're not good enough, or too much, some people think they are too much. If you think you're not good enough or too much, you will unconsciously shrink, delay, or avoid your visibility. Do you see how that is? If you have these thought errors, these sentences, these sometimes subconscious thoughts that are in your brain, if you have them, you will not show up in the capacity that you need to in order to get the desired outcome. Like if you want to make $1,000 a month, you have to do a few things to make that happen. You are not going to sell if you don't have conversations. You're not going to make money if you don't have conversations with people or offer your services, right? I mean, that's just kind of normal. So if you have a subconscious belief that you are maybe too much, or you are not good enough, or who are you to even offer anything, well, you're probably not going to do the work. And that's how it is. If you track yourself honestly right now, and you can say, like, how many conversations did you have last week? And if it's not a lot, you're probably not making any money. And then you have to take a look, why are you not making any money? See, for the longest time, I couldn't figure it out. I thought to myself, I am bold. I believe in the products that I'm selling. I believe in me. So I thought, I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand why I'm not doing the work. I do not understand. So here's the thing, sitting back, calm, figuring things out, not hustling through, right? Not hustling through, but getting in touch with who I am at my authentic self, sitting back and sometimes just hearing and feeling things started making me understand that I didn't think I could handle more. So I wasn't doing more because I was like, I don't even want to handle more people. See, I am introverted. So when I thought, oh, there's going to have to be more people, oh, it's exhausting. That was the thought. It's exhausting to deal with more people. I had to bridge that gap and started realizing that no, you can have more people in shorter time frame. Okay. That's why I started the mentorship group, the Freedom Mentorship, because I can scale bigger in a smaller amount of time, because that is what I needed to do. I couldn't have more hours to do the one-on-ones that I was already doing. I needed to scale by actually minimizing the amount of time that I was spending on it, but expanding the amount of people that could go into it, right? The amount of people that I could serve. So I needed to just realize that small little mindset shift. And that is something that you need to reflect on. What is it for you, right? What in your paradigm needs healing? You cannot build a bold brand on a foundation of fear or shame. That's just not going to happen. It will not last. You can maybe do just a little bit at a time, but it won't last, is what the big problem is. Okay. All right. So, segment number 3 here would be authenticity builds trust, but only if you trust yourself. People don't trust inconsistent energies, right? If you don't show up all the time the same way, people are going to be suspicious of you just a little bit. If you're showing up one way online but struggling offline, your audience can feel disconnected. And I tell you, I can tell you this firsthand. Online and with my business and at home, I have confidence. I understand what I'm doing. I'm doing it with fierce execution, right? Over and over and over again. Every time, however, in my private life that I would run to a group setting, I would show up completely flustered and appear to be completely anxious. And I caught this pattern of myself and I thought to myself, why am I doing that? I am not even anxious. Like, why am I doing this? Why do I show up like this? Well, it came to mind back to the paradigm that I downplayed my abilities because when I was a child, those abilities were not wanted. They did not have the desired outcome of recognition. They had the opposite effect. So every time I was really good, they were punished, right? So when I would go now in my adult life into a group setting, I would show up completely weird, like completely flustered, completely like needy of attention, and just kind of like just with this really weird vibe energy. And that was not authentic to who I am. And all it was a defense mechanism and a learned action that subconsciously came out that were stuck in my paradigm. Okay. And that impacted my business. It impacted my life, my relationships, it impacted everything. So pay really, really close attention to that. You need to heal those things and the disconnect between your identity and your actions. Congruence is what's really important. The know, like, and trust factor, not just content. You have to be the same person over online and in person. Okay. Your brand is a mirror. It reflects how safe you feel to be seen, loved, and heard. Okay. All right, segment number 4, why healing fuels your intrinsic motivation. External motivation fades, right? When you have a coach or someone, they can tell you, yay, you're doing a great job, keep going, do, da da da, you're doing amazing, right? High five. Well, that only lasts so long because once that call is over, you're going to go back to your normal business and it's done, right? But if you have internal motivation, that is sustained by clarity, by emotional freedom, and by aligned purpose. Okay, clarity, emotional freedom, and aligned purpose. That is where it's at. When you feel like that, if your brand aligns with your healed self, you just want to show up. You want to tell people about it. You have a complete different vibe about you. You are not just forcing content and just, posting because you have to post. You are actually going to show up expressing your truth. And that is what's magnetic to people. That's what people are like, oh, wow, maybe I do want to pay attention to that. Motivation isn't missing. It's just buried under unhealed, pay close attention, unhealed survival habits. Your nervous system is under attack every single day. And if you do not heal those old patterns, those old wounds, those old misalignments in your identity from back then to how you are now, you will continue to bury them and you will have a really hard time with your motivation. Section number 5, this work changes more than business. Okay, and that is so life-changing. I remember back then when I first started in network marketing, everybody was talking about how life-changing it was. And I always thought, like, so boring. Like, why are they saying it's life-changing? Like, they just buy and sell some stuff. Like, why are they thinking it's life-changing? Well, now I know why they thought it's life-changing. It's because it does, right? When you heal your inner world, and usually personal development and coaching and all that kind of stuff starts in online businesses, whether or not it's network marketing or affiliate marketing or, any other kind of online marketing, you usually are exposed to some kind of a coach, some kind of a personal development program, and, this way. So when you heal your inner world, you just change how you show up in every role, not just in your business, but also as a parent, as a partner, as a friend. You model authenticity and integrity for your children, right? I mean, I always tell them that you need to find yourself. I would like this and this and this for you, but what do you want? Do you want to be doing this? Do you want to be, showing up this way? What do you want to be when you grow up? Right? I ask questions and I do that on purpose so that everyone can reflect back and already understand who they are and what they want. Because, I realized 25 years of my life, I just hustled. And tried to please people that I didn't even think. I thought I was wanting to please them, but nobody ever really wanted that. And it turned out that most of them actually thought I was controlling, which couldn't be farthest from the truth. But that's what they were perceiving, right? Because I was trying to please them, thinking that is what I needed to do. I teach my children different now, and because I know now, and I'm telling you, get in touch with who you are. Get in touch with what you want to do, like who and what your life actually should be like. And then line it out, set a goal, figure out how you can close that gap from where you are right now to where you want to go. That is authenticity, that is integrity, that is being in touch with yourself, and you will then be so much happier, I promise, because you're going to be aligned with who you really are. Your business is not just an income, it's actually influence. So when you heal yourself, you don't just change your brand, you actually change your home, your life, your entire life. All right. If this resonated with you, I invite you today to check out the Freedom Mentorship. Can't even say the word mentorship. Freedom Mentorship. Okay. I invite you to check it out. It is the path. It's the journey. It's the how-to. It's the how we get from where we are right now to where we want to be. And I promise you, it is super affordable. It's only $27 a month. So, it's like a Netflix subscription. No big deal. Get in there. Learn as you can. Figure it out. You have opportunity there to answer questionnaires, ask me questions, and I build trainings every single week directly specific to what you need in your state where you are in right now. Okay, so if this resonated with you, again, go ahead, check out the Freedom Mentorship. I promise you, it's so worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and drop me comments in the comments, please. If you have any questions, if you have any takeaways, I would love to know. Please go ahead, talk to me in the comments, and I'll see you next week.